like we do. Always go hard with this school. Welcome to the show, let's make moves. This is gonna start, this is not to give off. Turn the whole room up, it's never enough. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to Ouachita Baseball 2026 on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. We wrap up the first weekend of the season for the Tigers anyway, second weekend sort of the season for Missouri Southern Ouachita. The Ouachita Tigers and the Missouri Southern Lions set for a doubleheader, two seven-inning games today from Rab Rogers Field. Ouachita comes into the game with a 2-0 record after wins on Friday and Saturday. Missouri Southern 2-1 on the season. They are coming off of an 11-1 win over Harding yesterday across the street at Henderson State University. It is a gorgeous day for baseball. Friday, when I was here with you, Chris Babb here bringing you the action today. Friday, there was not a cloud in the sky. This morning it was overcast. Expected it to be overcast all day, but the sun has peaked out, and it is a little bit overcast, but mostly sunny here in southwest Arkansas, mid-60s. Going to be a beautiful day for baseball. These two teams were scheduled to play one game, but as the weather impacted last week, Ouachita was not able to play any of its three games, and Missouri Southern not able to play all the games they were scheduled to play last week in Hot Springs, and so they decided to play two seven-inning games today. The coaches are at home plate, completing their pregame lineup exchange and ground discussion of the ground rules, and we will turn it over to Ouachita Public Address announcer Brian Ramsey as he introduces today's starting lineups. Got two pitchers getting their first starts of the season for Missouri Southern and for Ouachita. Missouri Southern picked fourth in MIAA preseason poll, got one first place vote. Ouachita picked sixth in the Great American Conference preseason poll. Ouachita playing the third of four games. Missouri Southern as well. Yesterday, the Tigers got a 13-10 victory over University of Arkansas Fort Smith. We'll talk about the pitching setup for these two games, but Lucas Mercado got helped the staff tremendously with 3 2/3 innings to get the win. Let's turn it over to Brian Ramsey for today's starting lineups.
Missouri Southern Lions. Leading off playing center field, number 24, Braden Lugart. Batting second and catching, number 29, Jacob Phillip. Batting third, playing third base, number 9, Will Doherty. Batting fourth, playing first base, number 12, Blake Jones. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 6, Jason Lazo. Batting sixth, designated hitter, number 28, Ethan Clark. Batting seventh, and the shortstop, number 1, Cy Darnell. Batting eighth, playing right field, number 2, Will Potter. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 4, Aiden Hinkle. Starting pitcher for the Lions, number 17, Lane Chapman. And now the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers. Leading off playing center field, number 7, Jaron Cesar. Batting second, playing first base, number 5, David Bull. Batting third, playing third base, number 39, Garrett Graham. Batting fourth and catching, number 16, Joseph Bolin. Batting fifth, playing second base, number 13, Octavio Mendible. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 4, Reese McWilliams. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 24, Cade Bowman. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 3, Cole Bedwell. Batting ninth, designated hitter, number 2, Hudson Waits. The starting pitcher for the Tigers, number 31, Austin Ford. Fans, at this time, we invite you to please rise if you are able as we honor America and those who serve it with the playing of our national anthem.
There you have the national anthem, and we are almost ready for first pitch. Again, the batting order for Missouri Southern comes into the game with a 2-1 record. Lukart, Phillip, Doherty, Jones, Lazo, Clark, Darnell, Potter, and Hinkle 1 through 9. For the Tigers, take a look at the defensive alignment. Outfield left to right, and left field Cole Bedwell. Julian Caesar in center field. Cade Bowman in right. That's left to right around the outfield. Left to right around the infield, third base, Garrett Graham. Reese McWilliams gets the start at shortstop. Octavio Mendeville gets the start at second base, and David Bull is at first base. The battery for the Tigers behind the plate, senior catcher Joseph Bolin. And on the mound, senior right-handed pitcher Austin Ford, 6'4", 225 senior from Cypress, Texas. Played last year at Ouachita, battled through some injuries, had good work when he was able to get on the mound, but they shut Austin down and got him ready for this season. Previously played at McLennan Community College, transferred mid-year from Wichita State last year, came in the mid-year from Wichita State, where he was in the fall. And he was at McLennan Community College in 2022, made 16 appearances, 1-1 record with a 4.37 ERA, 23 strikeouts. He was an NJCAA All-Star in 2022, did not play in 23. Played at Cypress Woods High School, member of the A&B Honor Roll. And so Austin Ford gets his first work of the season for the Ouachita Tigers. Take a look at this Missouri Southern team. 2-1, we mentioned, coming off of an 11-1 victory over Harding yesterday, where they scored 9 of their 11 runs in the 6th and 7th inning to win that run rule game over the Bisons. Owen Schneider got the victory for the Lions with 5 innings pitched, gave up 2 hits, no runs, struck out 7. Missouri Southern batting .314 after their first 3 games. 2 players lead the Lions in hits, Ethan Clark and Blake Jones. Take a look at the lineup for the Lions again. Batting first and playing center field, Brandon Lukart. Batting second and catching, Jacob Phillip. Batting third and playing third base, Will Doherty. Batting cleanup and playing first base, Blake Jones. Batting fifth and playing second base, Jason Lazo. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Ethan Clark. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Cy Darnell. In the 8-hole is right fielder Will Potter. And batting ninth and playing left field, Aiden Hinkle. The starting pitcher for Missouri Southern is Lane Chapman, also his first action of the season. We're ready. First pitch set for 12 will come at 12:01, and it shows the temperature as the clouds roll in a little bit to block some of the sun. First pitch at 12:01, 58 degrees, is outside for ball 1. Lukart, one of 3 lefties in the lineup. Second pitch swinging, that's going to be an extra base hit to the gap in left center field. The lefty went the other way with it, And it's a leadoff double for Braden Lukart to start things off for Missouri Southern. Lukart only had one hit yesterday, 1 for 4. He did have 2 RBI, though. Struck out one time. Jacob Phillip to the plate. Phillip, a 6', 210-pound senior from Lindenhurst, Illinois. Previously played at Parkland Community College. 2 lefties to start things off for the Lions against Austin Ford, the big righty for the Tigers. First pitch is upstairs. Phillip was 0 for 4 yesterday, struck out one time. The 1-0 pitch misses outside as well. 2-0. 4-game weekends can be tough on a pitching staff, especially early in the season. You get to test the depth of that staff. We'll talk about that as we go. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball that catches the bottom of the zone for strike one. I mentioned Lucas Mercado getting the win for Ouachita yesterday. The 2-1 pitch is a grounder to first base. Bull takes it off the hop off of the lip of the infield, and Phillip is retired on the 3 unassisted, and Lukart advances to third. So runner at third with 1 out for Will Doherty, the junior third baseman. Doherty, a 5'9", 205-pound redshirt junior from St. Louis, product of Francis Howell High School. First pitch fouled back to the net. Mercado went 3 2/3 innings yesterday and got the win, which, in talking to Coach Howard, was big for the Tigers because if they had to go to the next person in the bullpen, it burns one for today's 2 games. As it stands, they had 6 pitchers available, got 2 back from Friday, so 8 arms after Ford are available today for the 14 innings of scheduled work. The 1-1 pitch from Ford, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Nice scoop by Garrett Graham, but it was foul. Ouachita got 2 really good starts from its starters Friday and Saturday. Chase Oberly did a nice job, as did Reese Torini yesterday. The 1-2 pitch from Ford is outside. Nice job by Bolin of keeping that one from going to the backstop. 2-2 the count now to Doherty. 3 for 4 yesterday with 2 runs scored, so if he can stay hot, he can put the Lions on the board in the top of the first. Popped up to shallow left field. That is Cole Bedwell. Looks like the runner will tag. The catch is made by Bedwell, but the run will score, and it is a sacrifice fly from Will Doherty. It is the second out of the inning, but Doherty gets an RBI, scoring Lukart, and the Lions strike first. Sophomore first baseman Blake Jones to the dish for the Lions. 6'1", 210-pound sophomore from Kansas City, Missouri, went to Lee Summit West. One of 3 players on the roster from Lee Summit West: Sebastian Coleman, Caden Carter, and Blake Jones. First pitch from Ford hits Jones.
Second baseman, Jason Lazo.
Yes, Jones. Second pitch gets to the backstop, and Jones will advance to second base. Ouachita softball team in San Angelo, Texas, wrapping up their weekend. They are in extra innings with Missouri Western. 5-4 in the bottom of the 9th. 2 outs, runner on third. Ouachita trying to tie things up to keep the game going. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss from Jason Lazo, the senior second baseman. Batting fifth in the Missouri Southern lineup. Lazo from San Antonio, Texas, transfers from Texas Southern. 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Base hit could give him another one here. It's a ground ball. Mendeville blocks it and is able to set his feet and make the throw. So Octavio Mendeville gets the 4-3 put out over to Bull, and the Lions are retired. But there was 1 run on 1 hit. There were no Ouachita errors, and 1 Lion left on base. A leadoff double from Braden Lukert ends up being what provides the first run of the game as the Lions strike first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Missouri Southern 1, Ouachita coming to bat, and we'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Washita.
Washita.
How would you pronounce it?
Washita.
Washita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Washita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Luke Chapman comes to the mound for his first work of the season. Lane Chapman. Chapman, a 6', 180-pound sophomore from Lawson, Missouri. Chapman last year had 7 appearances, 2 starts, 5 in relief, 7.82 ERA, had 8 strikeouts. 2 opponents batted .271 against the lefty in 12 2/3 innings pitched. To start the bottom of the first for Ouachita to be Jaron Cesar, David Bull, and Garrett Graham. The first 3 Tigers due up. Cesar got his first start yesterday. Squares around a bunt. Nice charge at third by Doherty. The throw over to Jones, and Cesar is out on the 5-3 put out for the first out of the inning. David Bull to the plate for Ouachita. Bull, a 6'4", 215-pound junior from Gilbert, Arizona. First pitch from Chapman is outside. Bull batting .300 in the first 2 games. 3 hits. Tied with Garrett Graham for the team lead and Jaron Cesar. The 1-0 pitch by Bull is fouled out of play. Jaron Cesar did not play Friday, but did play yesterday. Was 3 for 5 with 2 RBI and 1 run scored and walked once. Bull yesterday was 2 for 6 with 1 run scored. In that 13-10 victory, a high fly ball to deep left center field, and Bull has his first home run of the day. He gets the Tigers on the board. David Bull, junior from Gilbert, Arizona. First home run as a Tiger comes in the bottom of the first inning to tie things up. So Ouachita gets the one back that Missouri Southern got in the first on a deep shot to left center field from Bull. It's 3:30 down the line here at Rab Rogers Field. 370 in straightaway right center and left center. 400 to deep center. And that one went just to the left of the O on the Ouachita on the left center field fence. Right off the bat, you could tell that that one was not going to be playable. Graham, high fly ball to deep left field. Hinkle gives chase, can't make the catch. It's off the top of the wall, and Garrett Graham will have a one-out double. So Bull and Graham go deep to left center field. One is a home run, the next one is a double. That was a nice effort by Hinkle in left field as he tracked it to the wall and went up to make the catch, but jumped up and was just a little bit to the left of the ball and banged into that metal fence out there. It's the outfield fence at Rav Rogers Field. So the Tigers have back-to-back extra base hits and now have a runner at second in Graham as Joseph Boland comes to the plate. Boland, the senior, playing catcher today from El Dorado, Arkansas. Ball gets away from Phillip, and Graham will advance to third. So both starting pitchers trying to work out of jams in the first inning. For Ouachita, Austin Ford was able to strand a runner at second. Now Garrett Graham for Ouachita is at third base with one out. Boland takes the 1-0 pitch. Top part of the zone, 4 strike 1. The 1-1 pitch, Boland, a high fly ball to left field. Hinkle goes back to the track, to the wall, gone! Joseph Boland makes it 2 home runs for the Tigers in the first inning, and Ouachita has a 3-1 lead. The fireworks are coming early for the Ouachita Bats. A solo shot from Bull, a double from Graham, and a 2-run homer from Joseph Boland, and that's going to bring Missouri Southern into the mound for a visit. Missouri Southern led by head coach Bryce Darnell, a graduate of Missouri Southern from 1997. He's in his 19th season as head coach of the Lions. Nick Tuck is an assistant, also a Missouri Southern alum from 2008. Octavio Sanchez is the second assistant coach, and Nate Miskowski, a graduate assistant in his first season as well. Miskowski graduated from Missouri Southern in 2025, so just last May. So to the plate for the Tigers, Octavio Mendeville got the start today at second base. Mendeville, 6', 195-pound junior from San Diego, California, in his second year with the Tigers. Takes a fastball inside for ball 1. Mendeville got the start at second on Friday. He was behind the plate yesterday, back to second base today. He's not the only Tiger who's played different spots. Cade Bowman started in all 3 games in 3 different spots. He was in center field on Friday, second base yesterday as Mendeville was behind the plate, and Bowman's getting the start at right field today. Head coach Luke Howard takes his first timeout, his offensive timeout. I believe our home plate umpire is Juju Harshaw. Mendeville steps in and takes the 1-0 pitch outside. The 2-0 pitch misses barely. Missouri Southern wanted that one. You know Chapman did as well, giving up 3 straight extra base hits. The 3-0 pitch is taken for strike one. The 3-1, Mendeville. Ground ball to shortstop. Darnell ranges. It can't make the play. And Mendeville reaches on probably what will be, no, they did give that a hit. So I looked down to catch Darnell's name, and the ball took a hop and got into center field. Well, that is going to be the day for Lane Chapman. Pitching coach came out first. Head coach comes out now, and Chapman doesn't get out of the first inning. We'll stay here. We won't take a break. We're going to be joined now by Ouachita Athletic Director David Sharp. You had anything going on this weekend?
Not a thing. Not a thing. It's
you figured you were bored, so you'd come out and check some baseball.
Come out and see what's going on out here at Rab Rogers Field.
Yeah.
And another great day for baseball. Not as warm as it was Friday or yesterday, but nice day. We'll take it. And thrilled to see the Tigers come out after getting one scored on them in the first. Come back and get a couple of runs here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
busy weekend. Friday baseball. Friday night a swim meet where Ouachita women and men defeated Henderson State. Yesterday, a basketball doubleheader and a baseball game at home, and today's baseball doubleheader. Yeah. It's been a good weekend. Tennis was here as well.
Yesterday as well.
It's been a good weekend of home matches with a bunch of wins.
It's good to see. Yeah. Both basketball teams got wins yesterday. Tennis teams won yesterday. Baseball got a good win in a hit fest, and the game Friday you did, it was a pitcher's duel.
Oh, no doubt.
And then yesterday you had the hit fest. I told Coach the thing I noticed, though, was, our pitching staff only had one walk yesterday.
Yeah.
And Fort Smith had 7.
Right.
And that's, big difference right there. And, a walk. What's the term? A walk's as good as a hit?
That's right. Reese Torini went 5 innings in his first outing as a Tiger after transferring from Louisiana Tech. 8 hits, but only gave up 2 runs.
Yeah.
No walks, 3 strikeouts. Torini allowed runners on base, but was able to get out of the jam, and that's the name of the game too. You don't have to strike everybody out; just keep people from crossing the plate.
There's 8 other guys out there besides that pitcher, and it's a great game. But man, when you give those walks up, things usually follow that are not good.
New pitcher for Missouri Southern will face Reese McWilliams. So Mendeville single up the middle with 1 out. First pitch from Keaton Anderson is in the dirt for ball 1. Keaton Anderson is 6'3", 195-pound junior from Kirksville, Missouri. Has made 1 appearance through 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Not the start that the Missouri Southern staff wanted from their Game 1 starter when you're playing 14 innings. So that just goes, that's going to force some of these relievers to go a little bit deeper than they might have originally planned to. 2 balls and no strikes now. Mendeville breaks but comes back, and Reese McWilliams pops that one up in the infield. Lazo camps out under it, right by second base, and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. David, we showed some videos Friday of the baseball team practicing earlier this week with a clear infield and a snow and ice covered rest of the field.
Yeah.
I can still see as Cade Bowman to the plate, getting the start at right field today. Bowman, a sophomore from Little Rock, graduated from Little Rock Christian. Bowman 1 for 3 yesterday. We're not used to this. Anybody from the north was probably laughing at that, but there is still, as Bowman takes the 101 pitch outside. It was 78 Friday,
Yeah.
60-something yesterday. It'll be 60 today, and I can still see remnants of
yeah.
ice and snow up on Elrod Boulevard.
Yeah.
Still piles everywhere. You're not going to be able to see it on our broadcast as the 1-1 pitch comes from Anderson. Breaking ball catches the zone for strike 2.
Yeah,
Brick walls down the baselines. Warning track is clear, but on the other side of that brick wall, there are mounds of ice and snow.
Shade.
Yeah.
And if it's in the shade, and you got that at your house too, I got mine. It may be another week or two, even with 70-degree weather, before those ice rocks are melted.
And we're just not used to that. That one does not get to the plate. It skips off the shoulder of the catcher, Phillip, and Mendeville is able to reach second base on the wild pitch.
Chris, you're talking about that, and you saw the picture Friday of the picture from center field.
Right.
Last Friday, and then Friday, 2 different pictures, ice and snow, and then perfect green. A tribute to our staff, Jonathan in maintenance and his people, and I'll let you call this pitch.
The 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Chopper, the third baseman, Doherty's going to charge, but can't field it, and that is a single for Bowman. That's just unfortunate for a pitcher. You can throw a great pitch. Yeah. Bowman didn't get good contact with that, but it just went to the right place. So Mendeville is at third, and Bowman is at first. You mentioned Jonathan Hughes, the maintenance and facility staff.
Folks,
they did a first pitch on Friday. That was fun.
But they did some stuff in right field that Coach and his team couldn't get done, and they were out here all day doing it, getting ready. Tribute to them. So thankful for them.
Absolutely. High fly ball to shallow right field from Bedwell. Potter makes a nice run in and makes the catch for the third out of the inning. And the Tigers do get 3, though. 8 batters come to the plate, 3 runs on 5 hits.
2 dingers.
No errors and
1 dinger.
Two dingers. Yeah,
that's right.
Lead a solo shot from Bull and a 2-run homer from Joseph Bullen. Visiting with Washita Athletic Director David Sharp as we finish the first inning. Yeah, I mentioned on the broadcast, I got a text from Jonathan because Gwen was watching it live in the office.
Yeah.
And I said, with all those guys standing there, Randall and Pritchard and Coleman, and all those guys who've been here a long time, that was probably the most pressure pitch of the day. Well, there's no way. If he bounces that, those guys are going to let Jonathan hear about it, and that sucker was a nice strike.
Threw a strike, and I was telling him, hey, Nolan Ryan did it when he was 65, threw it 85. I said, you might have hit 50, but
I don't think
strike.
He might not have broken the ice that's been on the ground.
No,
but,
I don't think so, but it was good. It was good, and so much appreciate them, and our campus is so beautiful, Chris, and they deserve a lot of credit. I tell them I go all over. I'm at schools all over the country, and that's one of the things I look at. It makes me proud when I come back, and I tell them that.
New pitcher for Washita, left-handed pitcher for the Tigers as they go to the bullpen after the first inning. Jarrett Wagoner, a 6'2 freshman lefty from Gunter, Texas, getting his first action as a college pitcher. We've got a broken headset, and we're going to try to. There we go. We're good. We just won't breathe. It's kind of like the old, equipment that Rex we used to use.
Oh,
Rex. We had to stand right.
I can't touch Gary Crowder. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Coach Crowder can't touch you. I've been listening to you, and man, you're good. Now he's good too. But,
absolutely.
Anyway,
glad to have
y'all do a great job.
Glad to have Chase back in the mix as well. Let's talk about this while we've got a few minutes. You mentioned the facilities management staff. This is a crossover season for your athletic staff. It's quite the chore as well, from athletic communications, Brian and Thomas, athletic training. The coaches, obviously, you're ready to get seasons going, but your staff is in the middle of all of these seasons at the same time.
A lot of people think the fall is the most busy time, Chris, and really it's really the month of February.
I was going to say.
And because your baseballs, your softballs, your tennis, you're already playing basketball, you're swimming, you're wrestling, and then you got the other 5 sports that are in off season, and everybody's needs something, athletic training, athletic performance or something, and so it's a very busy time, but in about 3 weeks it'll slow down a little bit.
The month of February is something. Baseball, softball, tennis are excited because they're getting going. Basketball and swimming are heading into the championship portions of their season. So lots of excitement in the month of February. Might as well throw around a storm that we haven't seen around these parts in over 100 years too. Why not just throw that little wrinkle in it?
Yeah, for sure.
We go 6, 7, 8 to start the top of the second. Ethan Clark, Cy Darnell, Will Potter. Ethan Clark is 6'2", 165-pound senior from Lindenhurst, Illinois. Fouls that one off of his leg. He's facing Jarrett Wagner. Wagner is a freshman from Gunter, Texas, 6'2", 190-pound lefty. And David, this freshman class that Coach Howard has brought in as the 2-1 pitch is grounded to McWilliams. He charges it, fields it, a nice throw across the diamond to Bull for the first out of the inning on a 6-3 putout. We saw Hudson Waits get the big hit.
Yeah.
Big hit.
First pitch in college.
Pinch hit, 8th inning home run for the freshman to lead off the 8th inning to give Ouachita a 2-1 lead that it would hold on to. His family was down here. They were excited. So there's a freshman. Here you've got a freshman Wagner coming on in relief of Ford after the first inning. See how long Wagner can go. He's a freshman. So
Coach is real excited about his team.
Yep.
And you can see why with just those things you've mentioned, those two freshmen, and then some of the transfers that are good, Bull and a few of the other ones that they're pretty excited about.
I know they're excited about Jaron Caesar as well.
For sure.
Transfer from Eastern Arizona. The 0-2 pitch from Wagner is in the dirt. So Wagner retires the first batter he sees in college on a 6-3 putout, and he's one strike away from recording his first collegiate strikeout. The 1-2 pitch. Line drive right back to Wagner. Makes the nice catch. So Darnell is retired on the line out to the pitcher. Right back up the middle, and Wagner's glove was there to snag it for the second out of the inning. We go to the eighth batter in the Missouri Southern lineup, Will Potter, sophomore from Chicago.
You'd like to get this batter here to where get them for the third out to where number 9 leads off the next inning, Chris, and try. Even though a lot of people, correct me if I'm wrong, they consider that 9 hole now another leadoff batter.
Yeah, it's as 0-2 is the count. It's Missouri Southern batter Will Potter asking, is that the bottom of the zone? Umpire nodding his head. The 0-2 pitch from Wagner, high fly ball into shallow right field. That's going to tail off foul, and Bowman's not going to have enough room to make that catch, so Potter fouls that one off. Yeah, you see lots of different types of strategy. When the women's basketball alumni group was here yesterday, I had talked to Donna Carrozza earlier in the season about watching the different styles of basketball over the years. Now, Domino and Alacia and Gabby, they could have played this shoot as many threes as you can style.
Yes.
But back to Wagner, the 0-2 pitch. Fouled out of play, and Potter stays alive. But also you look at a coach and individually. Coach Howard 2 years ago when G. Allen and crew were here, and Bermuda's they're hitting tons of home runs.
45 home runs.
Yeah, last year, 32. And so it's playing to your strengths and trying to make things work. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Gunter Tiger had a lot of strikeouts in high school. And now Wagner has recorded his first strikeout as a Ouachita Tiger to end the bottom of the second inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Ouachita 3, Missouri Southern 1. Back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we and more will be on your side, by your side.
Welcome back to Rab Rogers Field, campus of Ouachita Baptist University, Ouachita Sports Digital Network, bringing you Ouachita baseball today. David, there's a football game tonight, and I'm going to do a little trivia question here in a couple of things. I don't want you to give it away, but the trivia question is going to be, what relationship or how have these two Division II universities, what is their connection with the Super Bowl? Not tonight's Super Bowl, but any Super Bowls in the past. Both universities have a connection to different Super Bowls that have been played in the past. And if you know the answer to that, you can send a reply to us or tag us on Twitter at OSDN Media. Hudson Waits, the freshman, getting the start at DH in the 9-hole for Ouachita. So if you know how Missouri Southern and Ouachita, what their connection is, as the 0-1 pitch from Anderson, swing and a miss, strike two, is to not tonight's Super Bowl, but any Super Bowl in the past. Both of them have a pretty distinct connection to some past Super Bowls, not the same ones, but if you know the answer to that as the 0-2 pitch is inside, send us a message on Facebook at Ouachita Sports Digital Network, or you can send a reply to us on X or Twitter at OSDN Media. The 1-2 pitch, grounded back to the net. You obviously know Ouachita's connection to.
I know half of it.
Yeah.
That's no brainer.
There you go. I think you saw that half of the connection this week.
Is there a connection to Texarkana, Texas with that too?
Pretty close.
I thought.
Yeah.
I think I know. And he might have.
Waits got caught looking on the 1-2 pitch. So Waits is the first out of the inning. We go back to the top of the order. Jaron Caesar, then David Bull. Caesar, Caesar squared around on the first pitch he saw on the bottom of the first inning. Bunted that one. It was a nice play at third by Doherty. First pitch swing by Caesar. That might be trouble, but that is a nice job of drifting over and getting a good jump by Aiden Hinkle in left field. The lefty Caesar caught that one. It was tailing away, but Hinkle got a nice jump on it, and that is the second out of the inning.
Is that, am I allowed to give a tip or a clue?
The first answer came through text, but it's my son, so that doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count. He doesn't count.
That
doesn't
count.
I think
I'm impressed that he's watching and impressed that as the first pitch swinging to the right side by David Bull is fielded by Jones, and the Tigers go 1, 2, 3 for a quick bottom of the third from Keaton Anderson. It's happened so fast I had to catch up writing it in the book. But, you talk about both of these universities, Division II. The MIAA is a strong conference. You have several connections and friends in athletic administration at the MIAA universities. And these are good matchups. You're not able to, the GAC has 12 teams and 11-game schedule, so you're not able to see those in football. You see some of those in basketball at preseason conference tournaments.
Yep.
In baseball, you're able to see more of those, baseball and softball, and those are good in-region matchups for teams to play, and they factor in late in the season. It's one thing, it's a good thing, but also that makes these weekends important because what you're playing the second week of February can come back to help you or hurt you later in May.
Even you don't want to lose, but even losses can help you because it's a strength of schedule thing, and that's, Missouri Southern strong, and Arkansas Tech. They're playing Central Missouri. They got beat by them last weekend, I think, in Houston and a couple others, and they're playing them again. And I don't know where they are now, but it gives you competition, but it can get a gauge where you are too, Chris. And,
Missouri Southern's first win came last week against Oklahoma Baptist. They played in Seminole because you're not able to come to Hot Springs. I said the other day when Ouachita opened with Fort Hays State. Fort Hays State was supposed to be in Hot Springs last week as well. And I said, well, what kind of logic is it? Good logic, but what kind of sense does this make? It's too cold and snowy in Arkansas, so we're going to go to Colorado and play.
Which is a clue for the Super Bowl question.
Oh, hey, that's good. That's good. That was good too. That was good too. And it really would have been good if the snow hadn't started in Colorado last week.
That's right.
And hurt
Jarrett
Stidham.
Yeah, they went and played in Colorado in better weather than they could come here. So anyway,
start the top of the third for Missouri Southern. It'll be 9-1-2. Hinkle, Lucart, Phillip. The 1-0 pitch from the freshman Wagoner misses. There is called a ball outside. Aiden Hinkle for Missouri Southern, a 5'8", 185-pound redshirt freshman from Kansas City, Missouri. The 2-0 pitch from Wagoner. Taken for a called strike one. Hinkle did not play yesterday in the win against Harding, where Missouri Southern won 11-1. They had an 11-1 win over Harding and a 10-1 win over Oklahoma Baptist last week. So this team was picked fourth in the preseason MIAA poll. Quality opponent Ouachita is facing today. The 3-1 pitch fouled back to the net, and the count is full. Coach Howard looking at that schedule, he did it last year, and he said this year, he said, these first few weeks, we just got to hop in and see where we're at.
It's Chris and Coach Howard and I have talked about this, and as we get a full count pitch here, I'll let you call it.
The 3-2 pitch, fly ball into center field. Cesar was shading him to right field, but runs a long way and makes a nice running catch in left center field. David, he was set up.
Yeah.
He was shading him towards right field kind of significantly and did a nice job of getting a beat on that ball and making the catch.
I said he could run in the first inning, and he can. And, here's a trivia question. Played in Safford, Arizona.
Okay.
You know the name of I was going to Eastern Arizona.
Yeah.
It's in Safford.
Oh, so there you go.
I gave it away. But anyway.
You Arizona native David, that's going to stay in play. You might have a chance at it, but that is a dangerous place to try to field a ball. Lucart, the lefty, found that one, and they're about probably 10 yards of foul territory. The warning track is probably about 4 feet wide, and you got to be careful there because if you go too far, you're running into a brick wall, and we're talking literally, not some figuratively like it's a big linebacker.
And you bring that up.
The 0-1 pitch is a ground ball. McWilliams makes a diving attempt at it, but can't stop it. He gets into center field. Lucart rounds second, but rounds first, but retreats as Cesar gets the ball back into the infield.
We'll have to have padding on that wall next season per NCAA regulations.
Yep.
Anything that's, a wall, a brick, believe it or not.
Boy, there's a pickoff. Nice move from Wagoner as he got Lucart leaning a little bit too much. The nice pickoff move.
Going to review
Lucart, well, there's not really a way to review. Lucart didn't really necessarily agree, but the lefty Wagoner gets his first pickoff as a college pitcher. And so 2 outs now. A little excitement.
I believe he was going.
It might have been a little bit of excitement on this pitch to Phillip from Wagoner as he had his first pickoff. Now he's got to settle himself down. Kind of overthrew that one. Got away from Boland. The 1-0 pitch to Phillip. Catches the top part of the zone for strike one. So Phillip grounded out to Bull at first base in his first at bat in the top of the first. Looking for his first hit in a couple of days. That does catch his elbow. Coach Howard coming out, and Joseph Boland quickly protested that one. And Coach Howard came out of the dugout quickly, and so the home plate umpire is going to confer. And David, this has got to be tough for umpires. Depending on what angle, with a three-man crew, you had one standing behind first base down the foul line, so he's not going to have a great angle, I wouldn't think, of a left elbow. They are going to say that it hit, and Coach Howard's going to come back and try to get an explanation.
Yeah, that's where you need is that fourth umpire standing behind the pitcher that will see that. Or well, third base umpire, if you have a man on first, would be behind the pitcher.
Yeah.
So Coach Howard just going to get his due in, hopefully.
So it will be recorded or stay as a hit by pitch. Phillip did a nice job of selling it and just took the arm guard off and took off down to first like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
2 outs now for Wagoner as Will Doherty steps to the plate. Sacrifice fly that scored the first run of the inning or first run of the game. And now Coach Howard's going to call time and come out and talk to Wagoner. Probably not a bad move there by Coach Howard to come out and settle down the freshman. Had some ups and downs. Got a fly out to the left and then gave up a single, then a pickoff, and now you have a hit batter. So just probably Coach Howard going out and trying to just calm Wagoner down, make sure the infield is on the same thing. And I think he's kind of taking this time out to maybe talk to the other umpires too. Probably not a veteran move there by head coach.
I see him pointing out to that guy out behind second base. So I think you're right, though, Chris. The lack of the fourth umpire, the angles that the first and third base umpire had, there was really not anything they could do. They couldn't tell if it was a glance, and that's the home plate umpire's call, so you're not going to overturn it.
So Wagoner, 2 outs, 1-0 pitch is low, bounces before it gets to the plate. Nice stop by Joseph Bolin. Bolin is one of the senior leaders on this team, a 4-year starter, at least 3 years, and got a significant action in his freshman year. I think he started behind the plate then with he and Mikey Quinones. The 2-0 pitch from Wagoner, low and inside for ball 3.
Boy, it's the last thing you want to do is put a man in scoring position with 2 outs, give him a chance to base hit and get somebody in. Good job.
Nice 3-0 pitch by Wagoner. Nice job by Wagoner, battling back, forces Doherty to foul that one down the third base line. The 3-2 pitch just upstairs for ball 4, and so now runners at first and second. Phillip was off with the pitch with it being 3-2 and 2 outs. So first and second now for the Lions as they try to cut into this 2-run Ouachita lead. Blake Jones to the plate. He was hit by a pitch by Austin Ford in the first inning. He bats with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the third. Jones, high fly ball to right field, but it's not going to be enough as Bowman retreated and made the catch for the third out of the inning. So the Lions threatened, but Wagoner able to shut down that rally. There were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Ouachita 3,
Thanks,
Missouri
Chris.
Southern 1. David,
Enjoyed
thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you around. We'll be around.
Be back.
Yep. We'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
If you want to win in every arena of college life, go D2. Make it yours.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Ouachita leading Missouri Southern 3-1. Garrett Graham leads off for the Tigers. It'll be 3-4-5 against Keaton Anderson. Anderson came in relief in the first inning, did a nice job of shutting down a Ouachita rally, and set the Tigers down 1-2-3 in the second inning. Graham turns on it. It's deep, and it is gone. Garrett Graham with his first homer of the day. And I said first homer of the day for David Bull. I was like, well, I should have just said first homer of the year. But the way this ball is going out of here, I might say first homer of the day for anybody who hits one, because the ball is flying out, especially for the Tiger hitters. Garrett Graham with a leadoff shot over the left field wall to extend the Ouachita lead to 4-1. That's the second home run of the weekend for Graham. Came into today's game batting .429, had 3 hits in his 7 at-bats. Now make it 5 hits in his 9 at-bats this weekend. That's over 500. Joseph Bolin had a home run in his first at-bat. And he takes a fastball in from Keaton Anderson. Second hit given up by Anderson. He gave up a single to Bowman in the 7th, but Bowman was stranded. The 1-0 pitch coming from Keaton Anderson. Low for ball 2. Again, our trivia question, we'll go back to it. As the 2-0 pitch catches the upper part of the zone. Tonight's Super Bowl, these two universities have been represented in the Super Bowl in the past. If you know the answer to what players, the 2-1, oh, he took a little bit, but he called that breaking ball a strike as Bolin laid off of it. It was the bottom of the strike. What players from these two universities have competed in past Super Bowls? The 2-2 pitch. Bolin fouls that one. It's down the first base line. Looks like it's going to get out of play, and it lands on top of the Missouri Southern dugout. If you know the answers to that trivia question, I don't really have anything I can give you. If you're a Ouachita fan, I could probably find a Ouachita cap to send to you. If you're a Missouri Southern fan, I'd send you a Ouachita cap if you wanted it. But we're just trying to have a little fun at the ballpark today. Send us a post on Twitter or X at OSDN Media. On Facebook, you can send a message to Ouachita Sports Digital Network. The 2-2 pitch to Bolin catches the outside part of the plate for strike 3. So Joseph Bolin, the catcher, didn't like 2 of those called strikes. But regardless, he is the first out of the inning, the second backwards K of the day for Anderson. You can also email the answer to us at osdn@obu.edu. Have had a correct answer submitted. Octavio Mendeville to the plate, fouls the first pitch he sees out of play. Now, the correct answers could come 2 ways. The youngsters are going to use the magic Google machine, but there may be some of you who are my age and a little bit older who actually knew the answer. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball that starts over the outside part of the plate and breaks into the left-handed batter's box. I might consider it cheating if I know they got the answer from Google. Just trying to find out who might have known it. The 1-1 pitch That's a base hit for Octavio Mendeville right back up the middle. Mendeville gets his first hit of the season. We mentioned Mendeville in his second year with the program had limited action last year because he started off really hot. Started off with almost a 400 batting average in the first 3 weekends, then suffered a broken hand early in the season and was sidelined for the rest of the way. That was a big loss to the Tiger offense and defense. They had to defensively, they had to shuffle some positions around after Mendeville, who'd come in as catcher, had done a really good job. Good to see Octavio back healthy and getting a hit. A base hit is the first of the season. Reese McWilliams bats in the 6th hole for Ouachita. Popped up to second base in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch taken for a called strike 2. We mentioned that Ouachita softball was playing Missouri Western down in San Angelo, Texas. They went to extra innings. They went to 9. Missouri Western scores 1 in the top of the 9th. Ouachita can't respond. And the Griffins defeat the Tigers in softball action in San Angelo, Texas, 5-4. They'll make their way back to Arkadelphia. If they want to watch the Super Bowl on the bus, I hope they have good Wi-Fi. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss from McWilliams for the second out. But there's no way you're going to be back to back to Arkadelphia from San Angelo before that game's over. Cade Bowman to the plate for the Tigers. The right fielder singled and was stranded in the first. He bats with 2 outs and a runner on here in the third. First pitch called strike 1. We mentioned Bowman has started all 3 games. The first game, that was Friday, started in center field. Yesterday started at second base. And today starting in right field. The 0-1 pitch, Bowman fouls that one out of play down the right field line. At Rab Rogers Field, there's a turf batting area, batter circle and apron you can see there on your screen. The rest of the field is grass. Just out of the view down the right field line is the indoor hitting facility. The 0-2 pitch to Bowman, outside for ball 1. Bullpens are down the foul lines. We're about 10 or 15 yards of foul territory until you get midway through the outfield down the line. The 1-2 pitch from Bowman is fouled out of play, and the bullpens are cut into between the brick wall that we were talking about earlier and the foul line. So as you get into deeper parts of outfield, there is much less foul territory for the left and right fielder to be able to make a play. The 1-2 pitch, ground ball to shortstop. Lazo ranges to his left and makes a good throw over to Jones at first for the 4-3 putout and the third out of the inning. So, Ouachita gets no runs on 1 hit, no line errors, and 1 runner left on base. We've completed 3. Ouachita 4. They got 1 run on Graham's home run. That was kind of a big one to miss. Looked at the wrong score column in my scorebook. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Tigers lead 4-1 after the third. I'll regroup, and we'll be back for the top of the 4th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Jared Wagner comes out for his third inning in relief of Austin Ford. Wagner, the freshman from Gunter, Texas, 6'2", 190. He will be facing 5, 6, 7, Lazo, Clark, and Darnell here in the fourth inning, with Ouachita leading 4-1. Lefty on lefty matchup here. The 0-1 pitch from Wagner. The breaking ball catches the outside part of the plate for strike two. Nice breaking ball, trying to get Lazo to offer. Did not. We mentioned the sun had come out earlier. The Clouds have decided they wanted to watch the game today too, and they have joined us in the sky. So overcast day. The 1-2 pitch. Bolin was set up outside. The pitch was low and outside. Ouachita wearing their cream uniforms. The 2-2 pitch catches the outside corner on the breaking ball for strike three. So Lazo didn't really he was upset after it. Can't tell if he was upset at the location and call or that he laid off of it. The two strikes on the breaking ball from Wagner were in the same place. Ethan Clark fouls one off of his left foot. I believe he did that in his first at bat as well. Could have my batters mixed up. Ethan Clark, a 6'2", 165-pound senior from Lindenhurst, Illinois. Lakes Community High School. Clark was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBI yesterday in Missouri Southern's 11-1 7-inning win over Harding. The 0-1 pitch from Wagner. High fly ball into center field. Cesar drifts back, camps out under it, and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. We mentioned 14 inning schedule, 2 7-inning games. This is the first of those, and Ouachita has, talking to Coach Howard and pitching coach Dave Brown, has a plan for the bullpen. The more you can get out of Wagner, the more that helps as we get further on into the day. Austin Bagnall, Grant Johnson available, have not pitched yet this weekend. The 1-0 pitch misses low and outside for ball 2. Wagner had not pitched coming into today. 2 other freshmen also. The 2-0 pitch, that's a line drive base hit into center field from Darnell. Nice piece of hitting from the 7-hole hitter. And now the Lions have a runner at first with 2 out. 2 other freshmen in the available arms list today for Ouachita. Eli Brannon from Conway, as Wagner gets Potter to foul that one off the plate and then off of his shoulder in foul territory. And also Matthew West, a freshman from Sherwood, went to Sylvan Hills. 2 relief pitchers from Friday's game are back available today, Andrew Hayden, Braden Tucker. Hayden got the win Friday, pitched 2 innings. Braden Tucker pitched 1 inning of relief of Chase Oberly. Oberly is, you might have heard me say if you were watching Friday, a Tiger fan, Chase Hartzell, who did the game yesterday, said that was Oberly's 17th quality start as a Tiger. The 1-1 pitch misses inside for ball 2. Thanks to Ouachita Athletic Director David Sharp for stopping by a couple of innings ago. The 2-1 pitch. High fly ball to center field, but that is a big center field, and Cesar drifts back makes the catch for the third out of the inning, stranding a Lion. on the bases. So for Missouri Southern, no runs on 1 hit. There were no Ouachita errors and 1 runner left on base. Tigers will try to add to that 4-1 lead when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
NCAA athletes don't just compete, they make history. Representing our nation with pride and excellence, they bring home the hardware. Our college campuses serve as training grounds for the next generation of stars. Catch tomorrow's Olympians and Paralympians on the NCAA Championship stage today.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who's an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Craddock of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart at ESPN and the SEC Network.
New pitcher in for Missouri Southern as the Lions go to the bullpen. And for the second time today, and the new pitcher for the Lions is Caden Carter, a 6', 190-pound sophomore lefty from Kansas City, one of the 3 that I mentioned earlier from Lee's Summit West High School. Carter has made 1 appearance and pitched 1 inning, walked 1 run, and struck out all 3 of the outs, and got all 3 of the outs that inning via the strikeout. Ouachita leads 4-1. It'll be the 8-9-1 hitters for Ouachita. Cole Bedwell, Hudson Waits, Jaron Cesar. Good to see Cole Bedwell back. Friday, if you were with us, you heard us mention that the Tigers have had a bout of the flu make its way through the team. I think as many as 9 or 10 had it earlier this week. Bedwell missed a couple of games. Glad that Cole is back. Takes the first pitch he sees from Carter for a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch fouled out of play, strike 2. Coach Howard told me Wednesday or Thursday that he had so many sick that he had a group chat with all of the ones who were sick. And as you got healthy, you got kicked out of the group chat, but unfortunately he kept welcoming more. The 0-2 pitch to Bedwell. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Darnell stays down. Throw across the diamond, but nice job by Bedwell of making it close. Kind of didn't take a step and kind of threw that one maybe a little bit off of his back foot. Couldn't quite really tell, but he didn't run through the throw, and that allowed Bedwell to make it close, but it is a 6-3 putout for the first out of the inning. Hudson Waits comes to the plate, struck out looking in the second inning. He had a good first at bat in college on Friday afternoon. A pinch hit solo home run to lead off the 8th inning and give Ouachita a 2-1 lead over Fort Hays State that they would hold on to in the 9th thanks to the work of Andrew Hayden on the mound. 1-0 pitch to Waits. Taken for a called strike 1. $80 degrees on Friday. It's cooled off significantly. It's 60 degrees. That's a nice base hit through the gap, through the hole on the left side for Hudson Waits. A 1-out single through the hole on the left side. Third baseman Doherty and shortstop Darnell. Good fielders, but that shot from Hudson Waits was a seeing eye single, and now you go back to the top of the order to Jaron Cesar. He squares around, pulls back, called strike one. Cesar try to advance the runner. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball one. Looking for his first hit of the day. Yesterday, 3 for 5 with 1 run scored and 2 RBI. Walked once. Had 5 putouts in center field. The 1-1 pitch fooled him, and swing and a miss, strike two. So Caden Carter ahead in the count, 1-2 to the leadoff batter for Ouachita. David Bull on deck for the Tigers. The 1-2 pitch catches the backside of Cesar. It will advance Waits to second.
Now batting first baseman, David Bull.
And brings up Bull. Solo home run to provide the first run of the game for Ouachita with 1 out in the top of the first. He grounded out to Jones at first base. And there's a tailor-made 6-4, but the speed of Bull is going to make the throw have to be rushed. Jones couldn't field it cleanly. The backhand went with the backhand, then the ball went off of the leg of Bull into right field, and it scored Hudson Waits. Garrett Graham, ground ball to second. This will be the third out of the inning as Cesar was retired on the 6-4. And Bull is retired on the 4 unassisted at second base for the third out of the inning. But the Tigers do get 1 run on 1 hit. There was 1 Lion error and 1 runner left on base. 6-4-3 double play would have gotten the Lions out of it, but the error on the turn allowed Bull to be safe, went off of his leg, and allowed Waits to score. We've completed 4 innings. Ouachita 5, Missouri Southern 1. Back for the top of the 5th after this timeout. Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia, call Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you. We start the top of the 5th inning from Rab Rogers Field in Arkadelphia. Ouachita leading Missouri Southern 5-1 after 1 run in the bottom of the 4th. Unearned run after the error on the turn of what would have been the inning-ending double play. Jarrett Wagner. The 0-1 pitch from Hinkle is a ground ball to Mendeville, over to Bull at first, and Hinkle is retired on the 4-3 put out for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order, Braden Lukehart. First pitch swinging, fouled out of play. Lukehart doubled to lead off the game, and then he scored on a sacrifice fly from Doherty. Singled in the third, 2 for 2 with 1 run scored for the senior from St. Joseph, Missouri, transferred from Wichita State. The 0-1 catches Lukehart in the keister. And he is on base for the third time today. Wichita State with the CH pronounced hard, unlike Washita with the soft CH. Wichita, Kansas, the Shockers. Jacob Phillip to the plate for the Lions. Hit by a pitch in the third. He bats with 1 on and 1 out here in the 5th inning of this 7-inning game. Foul ball out of play. Wagner really helping out the Tiger bullpen. He came in the top of the 2nd inning. Austin Ford got the start. Wagner in his 4th inning of work. The 1-1 pitch misses upstairs. No work, nobody warming up in the Washita bullpen, nor the Missouri Southern bullpen. The 2-1 is a pickoff attempt. Brings Bull off the bag a little bit. Lukehart dives in safely. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss from Phillip. Strike 2. The 2-2 from number 22, fouled out of play, will do it again. Wagner looks over at Lukehart. Lukehart goes with a swing and a high fly ball, but well out of play. Hit and run situation, and Phillip did hit it. The Lions trying to manufacture something there with a hit and run situation. The 2-2 runs again, and the ball hits Phillip in the shoulder. So back-to-back hit by pitches. We'll bring assistant coach Dave Brown out to the mound to settle down the freshman. Home plate umpire will make his way out to the mound. So now Missouri Southern has something going here in the top of the 5th. Again, 7-inning game today, 2 of them. And Missouri Southern has runners on first and second with 1 out. First pitch to Will Doherty is high for ball one. See some pitchers making their way to the bullpen, to Ouachita's bullpen down the left field line. The 1-0 pitch. Doherty offers and fouls that one off of his arm. Looks like possibly Braden Tucker and Andrew Hayden warming up. Tucker is already throwing off the mound. The 1-1 pitch from Wagner. Low for ball two. Wagner has so far pitched 3 1/3. He's responsible for the runners on first and second. 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. 56 pitches around that area. The 2-1 pitch, fouled to the backstop. Big spot here in the top of the 5th as we would be considered in the late innings because this is a 7-inning game. The 2-2 pitch from Wagner. Pop fly. That's going to be foul. Is Bull going to make the catch, and he can't quite control it. He tried to make the over-the-shoulder catch in foul territory. Got a glove on it, but it bounced out as he was running straight back and having to catch that one over, almost over his head. Andrew Hayden now warming up a little bit quicker. The 2-2 pitch from Wagner. High fly ball. That's going to end up in the bullpen. Out of play. A battle here between Will Doherty and Jacob Wagner. Bull was frustrated with himself. He wanted to help his pitcher out and get another out after that foul ball. The 2-2 pitch, runner from second goes, and it is a hit by pitch. And the bases are loaded. The breaking ball got away from Wagner. And the third straight hit by pitch has loaded the bases.
Now batting first baseman Blake Jones.
We'll see if they call time. Wait a little bit. Yep, Coach Howard's going to try to get Joseph Boland to go out and talk to his pitcher, most likely to give Andrew Hayden another couple of warm-up pitches to get completely loose in the bullpen. And home plate umpire looking at Coach Howard. And now Coach Howard will head to the mound as well and make the call to the bullpen, and that'll be the day for Jared Wagner. Good freshman debut for Jared Wagner. Just kind of ran out of it there in the 5th inning. And he will turn the ball over to Andrew Hayden. So Wagner stepped off the mound to applause, and his teammates you see there on the left side of your screen greet Wagner. And now Andrew Hayden will come to the mound to try to get the Tigers out of a jam and preserve the 4-run lead here in the top of the 5th with 1 out. We'll tell you about Hayden's numbers when we come back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
That's a timeout on betting. It completely changed the game, and you didn't even notice. Let me break it down for you. Betting ads are applying full court pressure and getting you to play the game. Many of you are falling for it and losing big money. Addiction is happening in some more than others. Now players are getting harassed by bettors. And we all know that's not how the game is won. So it's on us to be good teammates and draw the line to stay ahead of betting consequences.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
So Ouachita goes to the bullpen, goes to Andrew Hayden, the righty. Hayden is a 6'3", 190-pound junior from Lone Oak, Texas. This is Hayden's second appearance of the season, both in relief. He pitched 2 innings Friday in the win against Fort Hays State University. Did get the win in that game as he came in the 8th. And Ouachita got the winning run in the bottom of the 8th. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts in those 2 innings, and he comes in relief of the freshman Jared Wagner. Did a nice job. Jared Wagner did all he needed to do. Came in the 2nd, pitched 3 in the 3rd, and he is responsible for the runners on base. Andrew Hayden will try to preserve this 4-run lead. Talked about the freshman. Hudson Waits in the starting lineup today. Jarrett Wagner also, a freshman. Andrew Hayden is not a junior, 6'3", 190, trying to come in and minimize the damage. So, 1 out in the top of the 5th of this 7-inning game. Hayden comes in at a big spot. First pitch swinging by Blake Jones, fouls it out of play. Jones was hit by a pitch in the 1st inning, flew out to right field in the 3rd. He'll try to at least get 1 run home. Hayden would love to get Jones to hit a ground ball to the right person. The 0-1 shot, there's a line drive to McWilliams for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice job by Phillip at second base to get a good read on that and not take off and allow McWilliams to double him up. So the 2nd out on the first pitch. Mason Lazo, lefty, steps in with 2 outs now. Fastball inside for ball 1. Lazo grounded out to second base in the 1st inning, struck out looking in the 4th, 0 for 2. Has a chance to make up for that right here with 1 swing of the bat. 1 swing of the bat, the base hit would cut this lead in half. The 1-0 pitch misses up and out for ball 2. Nowhere to put him. Hayden's going to have to battle back. Hayden takes a breath. The 2-0. Shot into center field. Cesar charges and makes the sliding catch for the 3rd out of the inning. And Andrew Hayden comes in and gets a line drive to shortstop and a fly ball to center field. And Cesar makes a sliding catch and gets the 3rd out in style. Lazo retired for the 3rd out with the fly out. And the Tigers escape a jam. There were no runs. There were no hits for the Tigers, but there were 3 runners reached via the hit by pitch, no errors. 3 runners left on base, and in your scorecard, you can put a star by that stretch from Andrew Hayden. Go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Ouachita 5, Missouri Southern 1. The Tigers will face another new pitcher when we come back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Hi, everybody. This is John Fanta with Fox Sports and the Big East Digital Network.
Hi, this is Brad Sham, voice of the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Craddock of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
Hi, this is Chuck Swirsky with the Chicago Bulls, our flagship station, 670 The Score.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Harden, ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. The Tigers got out of a bases-loaded one-out jam. Andrew Hayden comes on in relief of Jarrett Wagner and retires the first two batters he faces on, I believe that was 4 pitches. It will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for Ouachita, Joseph Boland, Octavio Mendeville, and Reese McWilliams, facing a new pitcher for Missouri Southern, Braden Ray, a 5'10", 195-pound junior lefty from St. Louis, Missouri. First appearance of the season and most likely college career for the freshman from St. Louis, Braden Ray. Lefty, the first pitch to Boland is high for ball 1. Nice placement that time by Ray. Catches the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Boland 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer in the first. Struck out looking in the third. 1-1 catches the inside part of the plate for strike 2. So Ray has gone outside, inside on Boland for his 2 strikes. The 1-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Joseph Boland is retired. First strikeout for Ray. Good start for the lefty. So 2 pitchers today record the first collegiate strikeouts. First pitch swinging from Mendeville, and that's got a chance to get in the gap, but it doesn't quite have enough on it. It is a base hit to right center field for Octavio Mendeville. That's his 3rd hit of the day, 3rd single. He's 3 for 3.
Now batting the shortstop, Reese McWilliams.
Reese McWilliams comes to the plate. 0 for 2. Popped out in the first and struck out in the third. Mendeville on base with his 3rd single of the day. The Java Primo game summary and recap. The line score for Missouri Southern: 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. For the Tigers, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. The 1-0 pitch. McWilliams tried to check, but a strike regardless. Home plate umpire didn't point to McWilliams to signal a swing. He just called a strike, so we'll say it was strike looking. The 1-1 pitch. McWilliams squares around a bunt. Ray charges. The lefty turns, spins, makes the throw for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice job by Braden Ray of fielding his position. It does advance Mendeville to 2nd. So the 1-3 sack bunt put out. Actually, the sack. Yeah, 1-3 sack bunt. As Doherty crashed from 3rd. So now Cade Bowman to the plate with Mendeville in scoring position, but 2 outs. Bowman 1 for 2. Singled in the first. grounded out to second in the third. Braden Ray trying to strand a runner at second in his first inning. The 1-0 pitch misses high for ball 2. Cole Bedwell is on deck if Bowman is able to reach. Bottom of the 5th. 2 7-inning games today. The 2-0. Bowman ground ball foul down the third base line. Make the count 2-1. Again, our trivia question, Super Bowl tonight. Both of these universities have been represented in the Super Bowl. If you know by whom, send it to us. Ray looks back at Mendeville. Nobody holding him on, though. The 2-1 pitch, Bowman fouls that out of place. And 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. You can send it to us on Twitter or X or Twix if you want to combine the two, at OSDN Media. The 2-2 pitch from Ray. That's going to be a shot through the right side. Mendeville rounds third. Here comes the throw. It will be cut off by Jones, and it is a 2-out RBI single to right field from Cade Bowman. Extend the Ouachita lead to 6-1. I'm not sure Jones knew where Mendeville was. I think if he had cut that and make it a throw home, there might have been a play at the plate. Not 100% sure on that. Regardless, he cut it and did not attempt to throw, and that allowed Octavio Mendeville to score. Coach Bo bursted in the third base box, waving Mendeville all the way. The second baseman had gone, looked like he was ranging over to cover the bag on a possible, retreating. So he was just out of position there, closer to the second base bag, out of position from where that ball went. And Cade Bowman took advantage of that hole on the right side. So that is Bowman's second RBI of the season. Extends the lead to 6-1 here with 2 outs. Cole Bedwell to the plate. He's the 8-hole hitter in the Ouachita lineup. High fly ball to deep left field. Bedwell, did he get enough? And he did! Another home run for the Tigers. Cole Bedwell adds to the Ouachita lead. Another long ball for the Tigers. Bedwell in his season debut comes back strong with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 5th inning. So the Tigers have scored 3 in the first, 1 in the third and the fourth, and 3 here in the 5th to lead 8-1. 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors for the Tigers. For Missouri Southern, 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error. Hudson Waits to the plate for the Tigers. 2 outs. Tigers adding some insurance runs, all of those with 2 out. Cade Bowman with a 2-out RBI single. Cole Bedwell with a 2-out, 2-run homer. Waits the 1-0 pitch. Fouls it down the right field line. That could have been trouble if it had been about 18 inches to the left. Would have been one of those where it was not a well-hit ball, but a tough break for the pitcher because it would have just found fair territory, and it would have been a tough ball to track down for Jones at first and Potter in right. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Waits sees that one go high and outside for ball 2. Ray gets his sign from the device on his wrist. The 2-1 pitch, big swing and a miss from Waits. And Ray is 1 strike away from getting out of this thing, but he was a couple of batters earlier as well. Cade Bowman had a 2-2 count and Shot an RBI single through the right side. The 2-2 pitch to Waits. High for ball 3. Ball 4. And the Tigers have another base runner with 2 outs. Action begins to stir in the Missouri Southern bullpen. Looks like Kaylor Darnell, a 6'1", 190-pound redshirt sophomore from Webb City, Missouri, is hurrying to get loose. Caesar, a hard ground chopper, and the throw is to the the outside of the bag. Caesar chopped that one off the plate. And then he knew he had a chance to get down the line, and Doherty knew that as well and had to rush the throw. And it pulled Jones off the bag towards the infield side. It was low, and so that is another hit for the Tigers. Waits was running, obviously, with 2 outs, so he moves all the way to third base. So the Tigers have done it with 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight 2-out hits. Mendeville had the first hit of the inning to make it 5 total. Way back with 1 out in the inning. Bull will be the 8th batter for the Tigers in this inning. Home plate umpire notes the visit in his book, and we are back to action. Runners at the corners for the Tigers with 2 outs. Bull steps in, high fly ball to right field, but Potter gets a good beat on it and settles under it to make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. But it was a good inning for the Tigers. 3 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 Missouri Southern error and 2 runners left on base. We've completed 5 of the 7 innings that are scheduled for today, and the Tigers lead 8-1. We'll be back for the 6th inning after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Ethan Clark leads off the 6th inning for Missouri Southern. He faces Andrew Hayden, who came in the bottom of the the top of the fifth inning. And this is where this game kind of turned. It was 5-1. Missouri Southern had bases loaded with one out. Hayden was able to get the next two outs without allowing a run. Line drive to Reese McWilliams at shortstop. And then a nice catch in center field from Jaron Caesar. Caesar ran in, lost the cap, made the sliding catch to end that threat, and the Tigers scored 3 in the bottom of the inning. The 0-2 pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike 3.
Now batting the shortstop, Cy Darnell.
So Clark is the first out of the 6th inning on the backwards K. Cy Darnell comes in. Darnell 1 for 2, lined out to the pitcher Jarrett Wagner. In Wagner's second at bat, that is a ground ball down the line, fair ball. That will be extra bases as it went directly over the bag, and Garrett Graham couldn't do anything with it, and then that is going to be a 1-out double for Darnell.
Now batting right fielder, Will Potter.
4th hit of the day for Missouri Southern. A runner in scoring position trying to claw back into this game. Swing and a miss from Potter. Will Potter batting in the 8th spot in this Lion lineup. 0 for 2 today, struck out in the 2nd. Flew out to center field in the 4th to end that half inning. The 0-1 pitch just upstairs for ball 1. The 1-1 swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and Hayden is ahead in the count. 1-2. Potter stays alive as he just gets enough of that one off the cap of the bat to the backstop. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cy Darnell stands in the right of your screen after a 1-out double. The 2-2 pitch upstairs for ball 3, so the count is full. Bolin thought he might have had the high call a few pitches ago. That one looked like it was too far out of the zone to hope you can get the call. Full count. Ball. I thought that was, I had the count wrong. I was going on the scoreboard. Now it's a full count. 2 fastballs high have run the count full now. That is another possibly extra base hit down the line. Bowman's going to make a throw in, but no play is at second. It is an RBI double the other way, this time for Potter. That scores Darnell from second. Potter with a nice 2-strike approach, back-to-back doubles down the line. One down the left field line, over the bag. This one was not over the bag, but it was very close. Bowman did a nice job in right field for Ouachita of retrieving or getting the ball in quickly. Tried to make a play at second to get Potter, but just not going to happen. Potter with good speed, able to make that one in easily for the RBI double. Aiden Hinkle to the plate. He'll try to trade places with Potter like Potter did with Darnell. The 1-0 pitch outside for ball 2. So Missouri Southern needing some runs in this 6th inning, and they have something going with another runner in scoring position. They'd like to get at least probably 3 more here in the top of the 6th before you head to the 7th and final scheduled inning of Game 1. The 2-0 right down the middle for strike 1. Hayden settles in and gets a strike. Looked like the take sign was on for Hinkle. The 2-1. That's a shot into right field. Bowman catches it on one hop. Potter didn't get a great jump there. Didn't get a good read on that one. I guess he thought that one might hang up in the air. And that's a run that Missouri Southern could have had, as Potter was only able to make it to third. I was expecting Bowman to come up firing, see what would happen, or Potter try to force a throw. But Potter didn't get a good read on it, and so it's runners at the corners. Lukart will try to add another run. And he will, as that is a hard hit, base hit into center field, scoring Potter. Hinkle to second. So now it's an RBI single to up the middle for Lukart. 2 runs in the inning, made it 8-3. For Hayden, it's baseball, man. If that had been 2 feet to the right, it could have been a 4-6-3 double play and you're out of it. Instead, it found the gap. Some energy from the Missouri Southern dugout now as they have a chance to really get back in it. If they can capitalize on this rally here, scoring 2 runs would make it a 3-run game, and 8-5 is kind of what you want to be at. A wild pitch will put runners at second and third now, and so now all the momentum is with the Lions, and they are a base hit away from making it 8-5 and having a 4-run inning still with only 1 out. The double play is now out of order. And now Boland's going to go out and settle down his pitcher, Andrew Hayden. So Ouachita got 3 runs in the 5th to extend the lead to 8-1. So far, Missouri Southern has gotten 2 in this inning. So if you're just looking at the line score, you say 8-3, But considering how many hits they have had consecutively, you had 4 straight hits for the Lions, a double, a single, and a single. And they have clawed back into this one, and they are a base hit away from making it anybody's game in the last 3 half innings that are scheduled to be played. Big spot here. Phillip has been hit by a pitch twice and grounded out to Bull at first. Looking for his first hit. It would be huge. That's outside for ball 3. This is Andrew Hayden's second appearance of the season. A walk wouldn't be the worst thing because you'd set up the double play again. You don't want to give up a seed, though, and groove it for Phillip. He does get the strike on the take. Phillip yesterday 0 for 4, looking for his first hit in the last 2 games. Swing and a ground ball to Mendeville. The only play will be at first, and so Phillip has an RBI ground out for the second out of the inning. Hinkle scores. Lukart moves to third, and it is 8-4 now. 8-4 is the Ouachita lead, and Andrew Hayden is a pitch away from preserving a decent lead for the Tigers. Ground ball to McWilliams. Fields on one hop. The throw across the diamond is in time, and the Tigers limit the Lions to 3 runs after 4 straight hits. So Missouri Southern does get 3 of those back, but it could have been a whole lot more. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning of this 7-inning game with Ouachita holding an 8-4 lead. And we'll be back for the bottom of the 6th after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
On campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships and tuition and expanding access to healthcare. Visit ncaa.org/change to learn more.
Another new pitcher for Missouri Southern. As the Lions go to the pen once more, this time they go to Kaylor Darnell. Darnell is a 6'1", 190-pound redshirt sophomore right-handed pitcher from Webb City, Missouri. Lots of players, as you would imagine, from Missouri and Illinois on this team. I'd say just glancing, almost all but 2. I see one from San Antonio, Texas. That's Lazo. And then Michael Mulholland is a junior pitcher outfielder from Wisconsin, but lots of Missouri and Illinois on this Missouri Southern roster. Located in Joplin, Missouri, not very far from the Arkansas-Missouri border, just up the road from Fayetteville, Bentonville, Bella Vista. There during the break, you saw what the field looked like a few days ago, earlier this week, as even as warm as it was Friday. We talked earlier with Ouachita Athletic Director David Sharp. You saw a couple of clips there of what the field looked like just earlier this week. As the infield has been covered, they were able to get the tarp off last week. This winter storm was 2 Fridays ago, so we're talking about over 2 weeks ago. Able to get the ice off in the tarp last week as the 0-1 pitch to Garrett Graham is high to even the count. Finally beginning to see the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball catches the top of the zone for strike 2. Finally beginning to see all of the remnants of Winter Storm Fern disappear from the ground here in town. The 1-0 pitch, Graham, a high fly ball. Looks like it's drifting left, and it is into the bullpen. And so the count is 1-2. Graham, 1 for 2, a double and scored in the first. A 2 for 3, a double and scored in the first, had a home run in the third, and a fielder's choice to end the fourth. He leads off the 6th, the 1-2 count, outside, ball 2. Mentioned Darnell, this is his first action of the season. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Darnell gets Graham offering on the high cheese for the first out of the 6th inning. Tigers looking to add some insurance in the bottom of the 6th here of this 7-inning game. Java Primo game recap you see on the top left of your screen. 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error for Missouri Southern. 8 runs on 12 hits for the Tigers. Bolin steps in, pops that one out of play. It's starting to cool off here in Arkadelphia. The flag in center field is not showing any wind, but feel a little wind blowing in here in the press box. Overcast and 62. The 0-1 pitch to Bolin, a high fly ball to right field. Potter gives chase and catches that right on the line. Fair ball it would have been, and nice catch by Potter, ranging all the way over to the foul line to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Octavio Mendeville trying to continue his solid day. 3 for 3, 3 singles. Single in the first, the third, and the fifth. And he was one of the 3 runs in that fifth inning where the Tigers took an 8-1 lead. He'll try to start a 2-out rally. Phillip just kind of had that ball, that fastball go through the glove. Coach was trying to flip it to the umpire, and umpire nor the catcher were ready for that. The 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, low and in the dirt for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch to Mendeville, taken for a called strike 1. After the break, we'll give you the answers to our trivia question for the day. Some of you are saying, I know it, I just hadn't sent it in. The 2-1 pitch to Mendeville is loaded in the dirt for ball 3. If you didn't hear our question a few innings ago, there's some football game tonight, we think. And both of these universities have had representatives play in the Super Bowl in previous years. Kind of spread out through different eras. As Mendeville draws a 2-out walk, he has reached base all 4 times he's been to the plate today. So you got one from the golden era of football, about 50 years ago. You have one from about 25-ish years ago, as Reese McWilliams takes a call strike 1, and you have one from in the last 10 years. Thanks for the text submissions that we've had of those answers who have been correct. Carter Babb. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, nice pitch by Darnell for a called strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball into left field, a lazy fly ball, and Hinkle camps out under it, and the Tigers can't get anything across in the bottom of the 6th. So the Tigers lead 8-4 as we head to the top of the 7th. Andrew Hayden will try to come back out and close this one out and put the Tigers on the win side of the column. We'll be back for the 7th inning after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side. We
go to the top of the 7th inning. Seventh and final scheduled inning of the day. The Tigers lead 8-4. And we will kind of wrap up our trivia question. Super Bowl tonight. These two universities have been represented in that Super Bowl. For Ouachita, Cliff Harris of the Dallas Cowboys. 2 Super Bowl wins, Super Bowl 32 and 33. That was the other one, Super Bowl 6 and 12, a little bit longer ago. Free agent signing with the Dallas Cowboys. 2 for Missouri Southern, Rod Smith from Texarkana, Arkansas, Texas. Played at Missouri Southern. First pitch swinging. Ground ball. McWilliams' throw across is high, but David Bull is able to make the catch for the first out of the inning. Jones is retired on the 6-3 put out. Nice start by Hayden. Rod Smith, wide receiver from Missouri Southern. In their Missouri Southern Hall of Fame. Free agent signing with Denver in '94. He was on 2 Super Bowl winning teams, 32 and 33. The 1-0 pitch from Hayden to Lazo is outside. And then the final member is Brandon Williams, Missouri Southern. Played with the Ravens and Chiefs and was on a Super Bowl championship team. Lazo gets the 1-out single. Nice piece of opposite field hitting by Jason Lazo. That is his first hit of the game. And Missouri Southern will try to get it to the next guy for a few times. They need 4 to tie and extend they need 4 to tie and send it to the bottom of the 7th. At least 4. Hayden gets the call on that breaking ball to Ethan Clark. He struck out looking last at bat. A couple of pitches Clark just hasn't quite agreed with. And I mean, they've been borderline pitches. I understand why. The 0-1 pitch to Clark. Nice take of that one. If you take a breaking ball and you think it's out of the zone and they call a strike, sometimes you start wondering what is a strike and go fishing. But Clark did not there. Trying to get his first hit of the game. The 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. The Lions need base runners. They have 2 outs to work with. Andrew Hayden on the mound for the Tigers. 12th batter he has faced. The 2-1 comes in on the fist of Clark, and he tried to take a big hack at it back to the net. And Hayden at the count even at 2-2. Boland gets the sign. Sets up outside, the 2-2. Fly ball into right field. Bowman is able to get a bead on it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Clark kind of flailed out a little bit. Couldn't get a lot of power behind it.
Now batting shortstop, Cy Darnell.
And Bowman makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So the Lions are down to their final out. Cy Darnell had a double and scored in the 6th. First pitch, high pop up in the infield. Bull calls it and makes the catch. And that is a Ouachita winner. The Tigers move to 3-0 on the young season.
Final score of game number 1 of today's doubleheader.
With an 8-4 victory over the Missouri Southern Lions.
Game 2 will start approximately 40 minutes.
The Chicken Express game recap. Missouri Southern, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Ouachita, 8 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Take a look at the leading hitters for the Missouri Southern Lions. 3 hits from Braden Lukert. He was 3 for 3. 2 hits for Cy Darnell. The Tigers got 12 hits total, and several were from the big ball. Multi-hit games from 3 players. Octavio Mendeville, 3 for 3. Cade Bowman, 2 for 3. Garrett Graham 2 for 3. 4 home runs for Ouachita. David Bull, Garrett Graham, Joseph Bolin, and Cole Bedwell all going deep. And the Tigers get another win on the season. They move to 3-0. And if this was a 4-game series against a specific team, you'd say that they secured the series win, and that's kind of what you want to do. They secured a split 2-2 yesterday with the win. And now they get the series win or the weekend to guarantee them a weekend win. The Tigers got good effort from Jarrett Wagner, who gets the win in his debut as a college pitcher. Andrew Hayden comes on for the save, his first of the season. That'll wrap up the Chicken Express game recap. Final score, Ouachita 8, Missouri Southern 4. That wraps up game 1. Have another game in about 30 minutes. That'll be on a separate stream here on OSDN.live, and we hope you join us here in about 30 minutes. For Mia Valentine helping us out in the production, I'm Chris Babb. Thanks for joining us. Tigers win. As always, it's a great day to be a Tiger. Good night, everybody.